Okay, I wanted to make a little video here about what's been going on in Sudbury. Um, we have a town councilor who went missing, uh, Michael Vagnini. He's been missing for like 9 days now. Uh, Here's everything that's been said so far by police, basically. And here's what's going on in the background. People think he was at Health Sciences North. He self discharged. Now there's a rumor saying that his cell phone and his laptop were accidentally, air quotes, destroyed. And then after leaving the hospital, he just kind of drives down uh, a road, Charles Lake Road, and from there he disappears. People have been searching for him, police have been searching for him, and the only thing I have to say is the last time I was at this hospital, I left there fearing life. They were talking about discharging a drug addict to go commit drugicide, which is code for to go kill himself. And I tried going back for a hip surgery, had a panic attack, and had to leave because I felt the shadow of death over me. If there's one bad apple, there there are more. This hospital has a self-righteous arrogance about it, where a friend of mine was having a panic attack. Could have been much worse. We don't know because they treated him with such disdain that he could not stay. They, they're taking a person who's having a panic attack and saying, "No, you have to go out there and sit with a whole bunch of other people because we don't know how to run the resources of our own hospital." Um, they have fake waiting rooms in the front. That's the fake waiting room. You go back into other waiting rooms to wait longer for doctors to do their job. The paperwork and the chit chat and the nurses and just the general BS and the fact that the doctors are all very rude to people that have waited sometimes in excess of 20 hours to see a doctor. There's no bedside manner. They don't do testing. They don't do proper testing. Like if I go in with an ear infection, there's no swabbing it or doing anything like that. There's just here's my opinion, and like yeah, having an ear infection for 6 months because all you're gonna give me is Rupidin. Yeah, last time I checked, Rupidin does not clear up an ear infection. That's for people who have allergies. I don't have allergies, but that's another story. But the hospital's very unprofessional. Um, for me, I had a bad hip, 13 x rays over a span of 15 years, and they couldn't figure out what was going on because they could see the money in the end result. Uh, so I'm suggesting they search the water because I know in the position that I've been, I've definitely left that hospital feeling the lackluster for life. That hospital is a death trap, and Sudbury, Ontario should be ashamed of itself. These kind of things shouldn't happen. And the reason they do is because doctors have this nice, cushy, comfortable privacy. And then if you complain about them, you're complaining to an organization that is there to make sure that the doctor doesn't get in trouble and the organization stays in the clear. They're called the doctors of colleges and physicians. They are the worst place in the world, and I'm sure Mr. Peterson can attest to that. Um, the healthcare system is become a sham that is nothing more than your common average street thug drug dealer, and this has to end. Hospitals have to be about saving people, and unfortunately, the people we need saving from are the doctors and nurses themselves. Health Sciences North has a nickname that I've given it. I call it Hell Sciences North because it's just hell, people. It's a bad, murderous place. And I attest to that very much. And if my intuitions come true, the town councilor they are looking for may have just been feeling the same way I was last time, but he has access to a truck. I stood in traffic for over an hour after leaving that hospital one time, telling the doctors I was suicidal. And I will quote the doctor: take this and get the hell out before I call the cops. And what he handed me was a number for the crisis hotline. Yeah, yay, Sudbury. Oh, and did I mention the cops did actually show up, pulled me out of traffic, asked me where I live, and brought me home? Because not even the Sudbury Regional Police give two shits about mental health. Nobody in this city does. So I'll urge people not to move to Ontario, Canada. Don't move to Canada itself. It's not much better. I will urge people to not trust anything our politicians say, anything our hospitals say, and above all, don't trust the cops. Don't. They're the kind of people that'll bring you home when you're suicidal. Don't trust the hospital. They're the kind of people that'll kick you out when you're suicidal and apparently break your shit. So, this is Cloud Ace MC warning the world: Sudbury, Ontario is not a place to live. It's where bad people come to die.